Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little girl's dress or top. So this dress can be made in a number of different sizes, and for all of the information on how to make the different sizes, please see the description box below. So thank you very much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. So to begin your dress, you want to start off by making a slip knot. So to do a slip knot, take your yarn and take your finger and wrap the yarn around your finger once and then twice. Then take the first loop and pull it over the second loop, and then take the second loop and pull it all the way over your finger. You then want to take your crochet hook, go in through this space and pull tight, and there you have a slip knot. And now once you have your slip knot, we are now going to make our foundation chain. And for our foundation chain, we are going to chain 75. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 75. So I have just finished making my foundation chain of 75, and we are now going to turn our long chain that we have here into a foundation ring. So what you want to do is you want to go all the way along to the very bottom of your chain. So go all the way along to the very first chain that you worked, and you need to be very careful that there are no twists in your chain. So that's why it's best to go along it really slowly, and then go down to the very first chain that you worked and insert your hook into this chain, and we are going to do a slip stitch. So yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So we have done a slip stitch into the first chain that we worked and turned our foundation chain into a foundation ring. And I would recommend going back and just double checking that there are absolutely no twists in your chain. And if there aren't, we're ready to move on to round one. So to begin round one, you want to chain one, and this chain one does not count as a stitch. So round one is a very simple round of half double crochet. So we're just going to do one half double crochet into every single chain. So we're going to start off by yarning over and going down into this very first chain here that our chain one comes out of. So go down into this first chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So there we have one half double crochet into that first chain there. So now we're going to yarn over and go into the next chain, and we're going to do the exact same thing, pull up a loop and pull through all 3 loops on our hook. So do one half double crochet into that next chain, and then do one into the next one in the exact same way, and one into the next. And just repeat this all the way around, one half double crochet into each and every chain. So I have just finished working that all the way around for round one. And at the end of this round, you should have 75 half double crochets. And I would really recommend that you go back and just double check that you do have 75. And then if you do, we're going to finish off round one by doing a slip stitch into the first half double crochet that we worked. So here is the first half double crochet, and make sure that you're not going into the little chain one, as that did not count as a stitch. Go into the first half double crochet and yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So work a slip stitch. And now you can pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn, leaving a tail to weave in or work over later. And we have finished round 1 and we're ready to move on to round 2. So we are now on to round 2 of our dress. And to begin this round, we need to attach our new colour or our new yarn to our work. So to do that, you want to select any stitch around. It doesn't matter which one you choose, as this is just one big circle. So I'm going to choose this one here. Insert your hook into the stitch, then take your new yarn, place it over the end of your hook and pull it through. And then you can chain 1 to secure it. So there we have attached our new yarn to our work. And we're ready to move on with round 2. So to begin round 2, we are going to do 4 half double crochets, or 1 half double crochet into each of the first 4 stitches. So yarn over and go down into this first stitch here that we just attached our new yarn into, and do 1 half double crochet into this stitch. Then go into the next stitch and do 1 half double crochet into this one. And you can see that I am working over my end here from where I just attached my new yarn, and I'm going to work over that for quite a while and then cut it off when I feel that it's nice and secure within my work. And that will save me lots of time, as I don't have to then go and weave that end in at the end of my dress. So there we have done 2 half double crochets. So now do a 3rd one into the next stitch, and then a 4th. So there we have 4 half double crochets, and now into the next stitch here we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, go into the stitch and do 1, and then yarn over, go back down into the same stitch and do a 2nd half double crochet. So there we have 4 half double crochets, 1 into each stitch, and then 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. And we're going to repeat this all the way around for round 2. We're going to do 1 half double crochet into 4 stitches, then 2 into the next, 1 into 4, 2 into the next, all the way around. So yarn over, go into the next stitch and do 1 half double crochet, then do a 2nd one into the next stitch, and a 3rd, and then a 4th. So there we have 4 half double crochets, 1 into each stitch. And then into this next stitch here, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, go down into the stitch and do 2 both into this one. And just repeat this all the way around for round 2. 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2. So I'm just coming to the end of round 2. So I have worked that all the way around, and I have done 2 half double crochets into this last stitch at the end. And now to finish off this round, we're going to do a slip stitch into the first half double crochet that we worked. So again, make sure that you're not going down into the little chain 1, as this does not count as a stitch. Go into the first half double crochet. So insert your hook into this stitch and yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So work a slip stitch. And now you can fasten off So pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn, making sure you leave a tail to weave in or work over later. And we're ready to move on to round 3. So we are now on to round 3. And to begin this round, we're going to do the same thing as last round. We're going to attach our new yarn to our work. So select any stitch around, it doesn't matter which one you go into. So I'm going into this one, take your new yarn, place it over the end of your hook, pull it through, and then chain 1 to secure it. And there we have attached our new yarn, and we're ready to move on with the rest of round 3. So now round 3 is a very simple round. We're just going to do 1 half double crochet into every single stitch. So yarn over and go down into this first one that we just attached our yarn into and do 1 half double crochet, and then do 1 half double crochet into the next stitch and 1 into the next. And you can see here I am working over my end again to save me weaving it in at the end. And just keep doing that all the way around, 1 half double crochet into every single stitch. So I have just finished working that all the way around for round 3. And at the end of this round, you should find that you have 90 half double crochets. And I would recommend that you quickly go back and check that you have 90. And if you do, then finish off this round by doing a slip stitch into the first half double crochet that you worked. And then you can fasten off. So pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn. And we're ready to move on to round 4. So we are now on to round 4, and to begin this round we're going to start off by attaching our yarn to our work. So you can go into any stitch that you like. I'm going to go into this one and just attach your yarn in the same way as we have done previously. Like that. So now to begin round 4, we are going to do 5 half double crochets. So 1 half double crochet into each of the first 5 stitches. So yarn over and go down into this first stitch and do 1 half double crochet. Then do 1 into the second one and 1 into the third one. Then a 4th, and then a 5th. So there we have 5 half double crochets, 1 into each stitch, and then into the next stitch we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, go down into the next stitch and do 2 both into this one. So there we have 5 half double crochets, then 2 into the next, and we're going to repeat this all the way around for round 4. We're going to do 5 half double crochets, 1 into each stitch, and then 2 half double crochets both into the next one. Then 5 more half double crochets, 1 into each stitch, then 2 into the next, and just repeat that all the way around. 5 2 5 2 5 2. So we're going to do 5 half double crochets, 1 into each stitch, and I am still working over my end here. So like that. So there we have 1 2 3 4 5, and now into the next stitch do 2 half double crochets both into this one. So 1 and 2 both into that same stitch, and just repeat this all the way around. So I have just finished working that all the way around for round 4, and when I got to the very end I did a slip stitch into the first half double crochet and fastened off. And this is actually a different dress. It's the exact same pattern. I have just done the rounds in a different colour order. So it's the same pattern, and I have just come to the end of round 4. So that if you're wondering why the colours are a little bit different, that's why. But it's the exact same pattern. So I have come to the end of round 4, and this is what you should have now. So you should have one big circle, and this is going to eventually form the neckline of our dress, like this. So now we're ready to move on to round 5. And to begin round 5, we're going to do the same thing as we have done before. We're going to attach our new yarn to our work. So go into any stitch and attach your yarn. It doesn't matter which stitch you go into. So I'm going to go and work with a green yarn. Like that. And now round 5 is very simple. We're just going to do 1 half double crochet into every single stitch. So round 5 is just a simple round of half double crochets. So yarn over, go down into this first stitch and do 1 half double crochet. Then do 1 into the next one and 1 into the next. And just continue this all the way around. 1 half double crochet into every single stitch. So I am just coming to the end of round 5. So I have done 1 half double crochet into every single stitch. And I have 1 stitch left to work into at the very end here. But instead of doing just 1 half double crochet into this last stitch at the end, I am going to do 2. So do 1 half double crochet into every single stitch, and then when you get to the very last final stitch, do 2 half double crochets into this last one. And at the end of this round, you should have 106 half double crochets. And it's very important that you have that number. So I would recommend that you go back and check that you have 106. And if you do, work a slip stitch into the first half double crochet that we worked. Pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn, and then we're ready to move on to the next round. So we are now on to round 6 of our dress, and in this round we are going to turn our big circle which we have here into a dress shape. So we're going to be adding in a front, a back and 2 armholes. So we're going to start off this round by attaching our new yarn to our work, and you can go into any stitch that you like. So I'm going to go into this one here. So just attach your new yarn into your work in the same way as we have done before. Like that, and I have chained 1 to secure it. So now we're going to do 4 double crochets, so 1 double crochet into each of the first 4 stitches. So up until now we have been working in half double crochets, but now we're going to begin working in double crochets. So to do a double crochet, yarn over, go down into this stitch that we just attached our yarn into, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. So there we have 1 double crochet into that stitch, and now do 1 double crochet into the next one, and 1 into the next, and 1 into the next. So there we have 4 double crochets, 1 into each stitch. And now into this next stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So do 2 both down into this next stitch. So like that. So there we have our first set of 4 double crochets, then 2 into the next. And we're going to do that 5 more times, or 6 times in total. So we're going to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 5 more times. So I'm going to do 1 double crochet into the next stitch, then into the second one, third, and fourth, and then do 2 double crochets both into this next stitch. So there we have our second set of 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and we're going to do that 6 times in total. So we now need to do 4 more sets. So I have finished working those sets, and this is what you should have, and this forms the back of our dress. So we have done the back, and now we're ready to move on to making the first armhole. So to begin this armhole, you want to chain 2. So we're going to chain 1 and 2, and then we're going to skip 23 stitches. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 23. So here is my 23rd stitch, and we're going to skip this one and then into the next stitch. So this would be the 24th one. We're going to work a double crochet. So yarn over and insert your hook into this stitch. So this is the 24th stitch, and pull your work together and work 1 double crochet. And there you can see we have done our first armhole, and I would recommend going back and just double checking that you did skip 23 stitches. And if you wanted this armhole to be bigger, then you can simply make as many chains as you like. So I chained 2, but you could chain 3 or 4, and especially if you're doing one of the bigger sizes, you may want to add an extra chain, so chain 3. But for me, this is the right sized armhole. This is the size that I want, but you can always add more chains if you want it to be bigger. And now we're going to move on to the front of our dress, and we have done 1 double crochet here, and this is the first stitch of the front. So now we're going to do 3 more double crochets. So do 1 into the next stitch, and 1 into the next, and 1 into the next. So there we have 4 double crochets, 1 into each stitch, and now into the next stitch do 2 double crochets. So we are working in the same sets as the back, and just like the back, we need 6 sets in total for the front. So there we have done 1 set of 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. So we need to do 5 more so that we have 6. So just keep working those sets of 1 double crochet into 4 stitches and 2 double crochets into the next until you have 6 sets in total for the front. So I have finished working those sets. So I did 6 sets in total, just the same as the back, and this has formed the front of our dress. And now we're ready to move on to the next armhole. So to do this, you want to do the same thing as we did before. Chain 2 and then skip 23 stitches, and if you chained more last time, then make sure to do the same number of stitches or same number of chains for this armhole too. And once you have skipped those 23 stitches, you should find that that takes you to where you started. And then you want to finish off this round with a slip stitch into the first double crochet that you worked. So work a slip stitch. So there we have finished round 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see that we have the shape of our dress. We have a front, a back, and 2 armholes. And now we're ready to move on to round 7. So to begin round 7, you want to chain 1. And this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So we are going to start off by doing 5 double crochets. So 1 double crochet into each of the first 5 stitches. So go down into this first stitch and do a double crochet, and then do 1 into the next one, and keep doing this until you have 5. Like that. And now into the next stitch here, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So do 2 both into this next stitch. So there we have 1 double crochet into 5 stitches, then 2 double crochets both into the next one. And we're just going to repeat this all the way around for this round. We're going to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, all the way around. And when you get to the armholes, you want to just treat your chains here as stitches. So each one of these chains is a stitch. So just continue working that all the way around. 1 double crochet into 5 stitches, then 2 into the next. So I'm just coming to the end of round 7. So I have worked that all the way around, and when you get to the end of this round, you will find that you will not be able to complete your set. So I have finished off just by doing 4 last double crochets. I'm not able to do the 5 and then 2, but that's okay. You just stop when you get to the very end, and if you made a different chain number for your armholes, then you will probably be stopping at a different point. So you might be able to complete your sets, or you might just finish off by doing 3 double crochets, but that's okay. Just when you get to the end of the round, just stop at whatever point you are at. And now we're going to move on to the next round. And from now on, we are not going to be doing slip stitches at the end of the rounds. We're going to be working our rounds in one big spiral. So we're not going to be joining anymore. And that's going to make our work look a lot neater, as we won't have a seam that goes down the side. So what you want to do is, once you have done your last double crochet into this last chain at the end, do not work a slip stitch, and then yarn over and go into the first double crochet here from last round and work 1 double crochet. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a stitch marker, and if you don't have one of these, you could use a paper clip or a safety pin or just a piece of yarn in a different colour, and we're going to place it through this stitch like that. So insert it into that stitch, and there we know that that stitch is the first stitch of the round, and that when we reach it, we have come to the end of the round. And we will move our stitch marker with each round we do. So from now on, we are not doing any more slip stitches, and we're going to be working the rest of our dress in one big spiral, and that will save us from having a seam. And from now on, we are just going to do 1 double crochet into every single stitch around. So for round 8, we're just going to do 1 double crochet into every single stitch. And then when you get to the end of the round, so when you reach the stitch marker, remove the stitch marker, work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and place that stitch marker back into that stitch to say that that is the first stitch of the next round, and then do 1 double crochet into every single stitch around again. When you reach the stitch marker, remove it, work a double crochet into that next stitch, and then place the stitch marker into the new stitch, and just keep doing that until you feel that your dress is long enough. So we're just going to keep doing rounds of 1 double crochet into every single stitch until our work is the length that you want it. So we're just going to keep working rounds of 1 double crochet into every single stitch. So I have finished working all of those rounds, and you can do as many rounds as you like. You can make this dress length, or you could do it just to the length of a top. And then when I got to the end and I reached my stitch marker, I took my stitch marker out and then worked a slip stitch into that stitch, and then I fastened off and weaved all of my ends nice and securely into the inside, and I have finished. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it easy to follow. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos, and in the description box below this video I will leave a link to where you can find my Twitter account. So if you would like to go and follow me on there, I always like to post updates and pictures of upcoming tutorials, and I would love to see photos of your crochet work on Twitter as well. And in the description box I will also leave a link to where you can find some of my written patterns if you are interested. And thank you again for watching. Bye!